Did you know that you can share your screen and what you see with Gemini? Or maybe you didn't know that you could have Gemini schedule out tasks for you to happen every single day to automate stuff. For example, I get this brief every morning of all the meetings I have for the day, action items, and important emails that I need to catch up on. And those two things are absolutely nothing because by the end of this video, you're gonna learn about 10 hidden Gemini features I guarantee you didn't know existed. Now, feature number one is the ability to share your screen with Gemini. In order to do this, and by the way, this is 100% free, you literally just come over to aistudio.google.com. You're gonna now come down to stream right here, and you could see webcam, you could see share screen, and you can see talk. Now, what this allows you to do is talk to Gemini. If you click on talk, you can share your webcam with it if you do webcam. So if you wanted to show it something or wanted to ask it something, for example, if I was to hold this up and ask what this was, or you could share your screen with it. Sharing your screen with it is an incredibly underrated feature. This basically allows you to have technical support anywhere that you want. Let's say that you're trying to edit a video and learn CapCut, but you're getting stuck, you could share your screen with it. Let's say you're trying to pay a bill and you get stuck, you could share your screen with it. Or maybe you don't know an Excel formula or you're trying to do something, you could share your screen with this and it pretty much knows everything. And it's like having customer support or technical support with you 24/7. And you could do that same exact thing from the Gemini app. You literally just open up the app on your phone. You were going to click on this right here, and then this opens up live with Gemini. And as we could see here, we could click on this right here in order to share a screen with Gemini if we wanted to show it something, or if we wanted Gemini to be able to see us or something like this, we would be able to do this and then it can see anything that I can see. And this is incredibly useful for trying to figure out what things are, trying to get help with stuff on your phone and all stuff like that. Now, that second feature I wanted to show off is a gem that I can't believe so many people ignore. So if we come in here, you are going to see Productivity Planner right here. If we click into this, you're going to see exactly what this does. You could have it stay on top of your work by scheduling out tasks to get daily updates and weekly summaries from apps like Gmail, Calendar, and Drive to help boost your productivity. For example, if we come over here, I can click on this right here, which is create brief for me every morning. And then what this is going to go ahead and do is this is going to get this set up. We could see that this is thinking through my calendar, my tasks, my emails, my documents. It's going to gather all of that different information, and then it is going to tell me and give me a summary of what I have to do today. Now, I've already gone through my email, so it's probably going to tell me that I have no emails, but I know I have several tasks to do, and I have a few different things on my calendar that this is probably going to bring up for me today. But the power of this is that I can actually schedule this out and then get a work brief every morning, and I don't actually have to go through and point it out, because in the past I always used a notebook to write all these things out, but that ends up being a waste of time when I can actually use AI for this. So I could see my schedule today, I could export this to Sheets if I want, I have top priorities, and I have key information and different updates that I need to pay attention to, YouTube scripts. So then this says I will schedule this to be sent to you every morning. Now, if we come over here, we come into my schedules and we see scheduled actions, we're going to see that this now shows right here as something that this is going to go through and do every morning. Now, the third feature you probably haven't seen yet is something that's brand new. If we come over here and click on video right here, you are going to see that you can now turn photos into videos. For example, if we click on this, I'm going to upload a photo of a grizzly bear and I'm going to say, make this grizzly bear tell me a funny story. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to turn this into a video right here and have this go through and start actually saying things. It does take 2 to 3 minutes in order for it to happen, and it changes the photo slightly, but you'll see that this is pretty cool where you can take photos of people, you could take photos of things, you can take photos of events, and you can then turn them into videos. Okay, so now that this is actually done, let's check this out.
So I'm wandering through the woods, right? And I see this hiker with a backpack full of delicious smelling salmon.
Now that's pretty crazy. This goes through and has this bear tell us a joke, and quite frankly, this bear looks incredibly close to this one right here. So again, it manipulates it a little bit, but it's really cool that it's able to do this, and this technology is only going to keep getting better and better. Now, before I get into the rest of the features that are going to blow your mind, I need to answer a question that I get asked all the time. The question is, Rob, should I be using Gemini, Claude, or ChatGPT as my main LLM? And I finally have an answer for you, because I just partnered with HubSpot to bring you a free comparison guide to help you choose the right AI assistant for your specific needs that you can grab at the pinned comment below. Whether you run a business, you're a freelancer, or you're just an employee trying to stay ahead of the latest and greatest AI trends and what LLM you should actually be using, this resource is going to be incredibly beneficial for you. And I know ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, they might all seem the same at first, but they each have their own strengths and weaknesses. If you're using the wrong one, it's the equivalent to bringing a spoon to a knife fight. Technically it might work, but you're going to make life a lot harder than it needs to be. So what are you waiting for? Go to the pinned comment below and check out the free guide right now. Now, the next feature I want to show off is the ability to schedule out tasks. But before we do that, I wanted to make sure that you've come into apps and you've turned on GitHub, you've turned on Google Workspace, you've turned on all the different travel stuff and all the different media stuff and the learning stuff right here. Because not only can you now connect schedules to these, but you can pretty much connect it to anything else. So if we come into scheduled actions right here, you're going to see exactly what this looks like. You literally just tell Google exactly what you want to schedule out. So you would prompt it with some type of research, some type of gem, using one of those apps, and then you can tell it to repeat that thing, and then you're going to see them show up over here. So if we come under here, we could see that this is named. We could see that we could give this instructions right here. We could set the schedule to be daily, weekly, or monthly. We could set the time, and then this goes off and actually automates things. And again, what really makes this powerful is the fact that you can connect this to actions inside of all these different apps, and this has been an absolute game changer for me. Like I shared with you earlier, setting this up to increase my productivity and even begin to automate a lot of these tasks has been incredibly helpful. For example, one workflow that I have set up that I really love is I have this do research for me on the latest AI tools, and then I have it write me a script in my Google Docs, and then I have that upload my Google Tasks with the ability for me to view that thing, or even a calendar invite with myself to view that thing. Now, this next feature is another one that you're going to have to go to AI Studio in order to access. And again, this is something I don't see that many people talk about, and it's mind-blowing to me. If we come into build right here, you can see that you can go through and now build out apps straight within Gemini. And that's not even the most important part about this. The most important part about this is that you can actually hook this up to Google's API. For example, they have a video to learning app. This was created with this build feature right here. You literally just tell it exactly what you want to create, and then this runs off and does it. For example, I created a YouTube video feedback AI where I could upload videos in here, and then I get feedback on how to improve those videos. How does that actually work? Basically, it's hooked up to Gemini's API, and Gemini has the ability to watch videos on YouTube because Google owns YouTube, and then as a result, it can give feedback all from an app. Now, if we come over here, we could see a bunch of other things that have been created, and essentially, we come over to chat right here, you'll see that there's native speech generation. So they have text-to-speech, they have image generation, they have a URL context tool. You also have the ability to create videos, you have the ability to create music and a bunch of other things with Gemini. And if we look at these, it shows you exactly what each one of these apps has a capability to do. And now what you can do is build your own app and have it be powered by Gemini in the background by leveraging their API. And you could scroll through all of these and see some pretty unique examples and some pretty crazy examples of what you could do. Now, the next Gemini feature that I wanted to show off, again, we have to come over into Google AI Studio. And what I'm talking about is if we come over here and see this, we can now compare different models. And this only works with inside of Gemini, but you could see that we could grab whatever Gemini model we want on the left-hand side right here and whatever we want on the right-hand side, and then we can compare how quickly they do things and how accurately they do things. For example, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to ask these two, I'm going to say, what is the best cryptocurrency for me to buy right now and why? And then what this is going to go through and do is show off the difference between these two models. As we can see, Flashlight is way quicker. like significantly quicker. But Gemini 2.5 Pro does a good job thinking right here. And now this went through and gave us a pretty good answer right here. And it's pretty detailed and pretty long. And on the right-hand side, we could see that this is still going through, and we could see how long this is actually thinking for it. Now, of course, this comes down here. This breaks this down and gives us a way more in-depth answer, but that's what you should expect because this is a thinking model and this is a flash model, but essentially this compare mode allows you to see the difference between both of them. Now, on top of that, if we come over here, we come into Gemini, and let's say that we scroll down over here and we see something like this, where I ask this, how much is the average car payment in the US? This went through and actually gave us an answer here. Now, let's say that we wanted to turn this into something else. What we could do here is we could put canvas and we could say, please turn this into a canvas. And what this is going to do is this is now going to write this up inside of Canvas. And what we are going to be able to do with this is pretty incredible because this is a new feature that just got released. We now have all this research inside of this canvas. We could come over here and have it change the length, change the tone, suggest different edits, or if we come up over here and create, we can create a web page out of this, an infographic, a quiz, or we could create a podcast by clicking on audio overview here. Now, the next few features are not actually on Gemini themselves or in AI Studio, but it's how Gemini is being used across Google. So now what you're going to notice is if you come into Gmail, you can click on Gemini right here. You can access gems from here, and you can also go through and have Gemini help you go through your email. In addition to that, if we come over to our Drive, we could see that we could do the same exact thing in Drive. There's Gemini in here, there's Gemini over here, and this same exact thing across YouTube, across Excel, across Sheets, across documents. Basically, Gemini's everywhere now. In addition to that, if we come over to Google, what you're going to notice is this new AI mode right here. What this is powered by Gemini. Basically, anybody can access Gemini now, or the capabilities of Gemini, simply by coming to Google and turning on AI mode. And this is a way better way for you to be able to search for things, because we could see that we could do this. It actually does the searches for you. It does the decisions for you. And we could see all the different sites that it's referencing. And this is just a way better way in order to get answers, because we could follow up and say, well, which one is the cheapest? And we don't actually have to go through each of the links in order to actually figure that out. This will literally just tell us that and be able to answer our questions. And again, we could talk to this if we wanted to. Now, if you like this video, I'd strongly suggest you check out this video right here that walks you through 10 hidden ChatGPT features I bet you didn't know existed. I'll see you over there.